Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, we are in my basement. This is a space that you guys actually haven't seen. I didn't include it in my house tour because at the time there was very little light down here and I don't know, it's just like an empty basement. It's kind of just here. I also, when moving in, didn't know how dry this basement would be. I didn't know how safe it would be to store stuff down here. It turns out it's very dry and safe. I don't get any leaking at all. We've had a ton of rainfall here and nothing, not a drop down here at all. So now that I know that I can store stuff down here, I want to take advantage of it. The thing about old houses is, especially in terms of storage, there's just not a lot. Each of the closets for the bedroom are so small and they make sense for the time just because people had a lot less clothing, partially because their clothing was just better made and they needed less of it because it lasted longer. That is not the case anymore. So with the kitchen on hold and the storage situation in the house being pretty dire, I am going to be transforming this basement into a workspace storage oasis. I need somewhere that I can do a lot of the cutting and work on things, and the basement is the perfect place. What I'm going to be doing is basically every wall that's blank in here is going to have shelving on it. There's 2 rooms in the basement. This room that I'm in is going to be more my workspace, so I'm going to set up 2 different tables. I am going to seal the floors in here. I have to clear out everything that's in here right now. There's a lot of stuff left from the previous owner of the house, of paint and just old things that I'm not going to use, and some things that I will use that I just haven't realized are here. So that's all going to be cleaned out. The lighting down here is really good now. I had my electrician come about a week ago at this point and he installed new lighting down here, so that's big thumbs up. It's very well lit. It was not well lit down here before. So that's what I'm going to be tackling. I'm leaving the walls as they are. I really actually like the brick when it's poking out, and I think it's cool, like even on this wall you can see like where the old shelving was. It does need to be repointed in some spots, so I don't know if I might do that now while I have the time before I cover it up with stuff. So yeah, probably repointing some of this brick, which is just adding more of that mortar in between it. I think grout is for tiles and mortar is for masonry. I think that's right, cross my fingers. So I'm gonna be repointing, adding more mortar into the spots where it does need it. I'm sure more things will come up as they always do, but that's the plan for now. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Guys, so since I last talked to you, my parents and I cleaned out all down here. There wasn't that much to empty out. The old owners had just left some things that I'm donating and some stuff I had to throw away, like old paint that was just like completely gone. I also kept a few things. They had like some safety goggles and some rollers and stuff that were completely unused, so might as well use them. Once that was done, the shelves were all built. I actually still have a few more. There's like one more set that is going to be turned into work tables, but I basically have my own storehouse down here now. So the next step is going to be loading all of the stuff on them. This is going to be a very multi-use space. So I'm thinking I'm going to have cleaning supplies, I'm going to have paint, I'm going to have decor items, paintings. This place is now all cleaned up and it stays really dry. So there's no reason not to just load everything down here. And that will really help free up some of the upstairs. It's just so junked up and packed with stuff since I'm not really able to keep anything in the living room or the kitchen at this point. The next thing is going to be bringing everything down and organizing it all onto these shelves. So the basement is finished for now. This is really a storage space, so it's always going to be added to, and it's just making my life already so much easier. Even just having all of my cleaning supplies be on this open shelf that I can see everything, and it's down here out of the way. As much as I'd like to say I'm really good about keeping the house super clean, these are not being used daily. And it also freed up space upstairs to be able to store things that I am more readily needing. Like having a spot to put all my purses has been so nice, so that's really great. And even just being able to go through and sort all of my art, I feel like I have a really good idea now of everything I have and where the gaps may be, so I know what to buy and what not to buy when I see things out, which is really helpful. As I continue to get more stuff, I am going to be adding down here. I have a few things coming for the kitchen this week, which I'm really excited about. My brass faucet and the pendant lights that are going over the island are both coming this week, hopefully. Not that it matters because the kitchen's so delayed, but those will be going down here as I get more power tools, paint, really anything, any more decor I get, it's all gonna be down here. I just love it. These shelves are kind of perfect. I was thinking about getting an IKEA system, but the reviews were not good on it, and I really just need them to be stable. For down here, it does not matter what things look like. I also really want to thank my parents. They not only helped me clean this entire basement out, they built all of these shelves. I tried to help with the first one, which you'll have seen, but they really built them all, and I'm just so grateful. Because I have a full-time job and they're both retired, they have a lot more time, and I would not be able to get what I'm able to get done without them. So really, really grateful for that. This is also going to be my workspace, so I am getting a work table that'll go right behind you guys. So right here, where I kind of have all this open space, I'm gonna have a work table, and that's where I'll do things like strip down these doors that I'm adding up there, doing any projects that I'm worried about getting messy. There were a few things that I intended on doing down here that I didn't. I was gonna seal my floors, but the more I thought about it and I talked about it with people, specifically my mom, I kind of came to the conclusion that that is a lot of work when I don't necessarily need to. I said in the beginning that there is not really water coming into the basement. We have gotten a lot of rain and snow melt over the past few months, and my basement has not had an issue with water in it. So waterproofing and like sealing the entire floor is a good idea, but when I have a limited time and budget, it's just a question of, is that really worth doing right now? I'm kind of gonna keep it at, I will be keeping a close eye on the basement, and if water does start coming up from the floors, then I will seal it. But for now, I'm just leaving it as it is. I had also wanted to repoint the brick in here, which is really just putting mortar in. Actually, here's a good spot to show you. This is a good example of an area that I do need to repoint. You can just see that the mortar has kind of gone away, and it does that because it's more porous than the brick. So it's a really good idea to repoint your bricks. And so I had wanted to do that, but the more I looked into it, it just seemed really time intensive. I might, once I feel more comfortable, do DIY stuff myself, tackle it like maybe in the summer if I have some time off from work where I can really commit to it. When my inspector came and looked at the house, he said it needs to be done, but it doesn't need to be done right now. And so I feel comfortable delaying or pushing this off, considering most of the brick down here does need it. There's just a few spots where it could use it. So that is the basement. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And I'm sure you guys will be seeing me in here a lot, working on the doors, just doing tons of different projects. I have some lights that I need to work around with that I'll probably do down here. This is kind of gonna be the zone. It's a little bit colder, so I'll probably be bundled up, but I'm really happy to have this space where I don't have to worry so much about making a mess. It really cleared up upstairs. I have the appliances delivered in a few weeks for the kitchen, and I now finally have space to put them. Before, I was a little bit anxious about where they would go, but now that that entire enclosed porch area basically is all emptied out, they can just go in there and it can be out of sight, out of mind, no issue. So with all that being said, thank you guys for watching this week. I will be back next week, and we are doing a more renter-friendly makeover to my upstairs bathroom. I don't want to make any really expensive changes since I'm going to be completely renovating it hopefully sometime next year, but I do use it all the time and need to make it more me since I'm spending so much time there. So I'm excited to do a project like that where you guys can also kind of get some inspiration, because a lot of the work I've been doing on here recently has been very much you have to own a home to do this, and this is more of a project that you guys can kind of tackle on your own if you're so inspired. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.